Hi, my name is Pastor Valorie, and boys and girls, I'd like to read to you today a story about the Last Supper. Today is a special day. It's the Thursday before Easter, and some places call it Maundy Thursday, and it comes from the Latin word mandatum. Sounds like a funny word, doesn't it? But I bet you can say it, mandatum. And it comes from another language, and it means commandment. And this is the day that while Jesus was having his Last Supper with his disciples, while he was celebrating the Passover, he gave a new commandment. And the commandment was to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So let's hear the story today about the Last Supper. I'm going to read it from the Spark Story Bible, published by Spark House. And the story is called, The Last Supper. Jesus knew that the time had come for him to leave this world. He wanted to share his last Passover meal together with his 12 closest friends, the disciples. Jesus loved his friends and wanted to show them his love in a very caring way. As the friends got ready for the meal, Jesus put water in a large bowl and knelt down on the floor. He wanted to wash the feet of each disciple. When it was Peter's turn, Peter said to Jesus, "You will never wash my feet." Jesus replied, "Peter, you don't understand what I'm doing now, but later you will." Peter loved Jesus so much that he said, "Then don't just wash my feet, wash my hand and my head also." Peter wanted to be as close to Jesus as possible. And here's the picture of Jesus washing the feet. As they were eating, Jesus sadly told his disciples, "Soon one of you will betray me, and one of you will tell people who don't like me where I am, so that they can come and take me away." This upset the disciples, and each one said, "It's not me you're talking about, is it?" When Judas said this, Jesus gently replied, "Yes, Judas, you will betray me." Then Jesus picked up a loaf of bread. He blessed it and gave some to each of his friends, saying, "Take this bread and eat it. This is my body." Then Jesus picked up a cup of wine. He gave thanks and he said, "Drink this. It is my blood, which I must give up so that the sins of many may be forgiven." And here's a picture of all the disciples and Jesus breaking the bread. When the meal was over, Jesus and his friends went to a place called the Mount of Olives. Jesus said sadly, "Soon you will all leave me." Peter felt bad. "Even if all the others leave you, I won't," he said. Jesus looked at his dear friend and said quietly, "Before the sun rises, you will pretend you don't know me 3 times. Peter said, "Jesus, I love you too much to ever do that." And all of the other disciples said the same thing. So in this story, Jesus washed his friends' feet to show how much he loved them. Then he did something in a couple days, which we'll read about tomorrow, which even showed more love. But how do you show love to people in your life? Something that you could do today is before dinner, maybe as your family gathers, you could get a big bowl of water and a towel and a little bit of soap, and maybe your family would let you wash each person in your family's hands, swish them around in the water, and then gently dry them off as a way of saying, "I love you and care about you." That's a pretty important thing that we're doing right now, is washing our hands a lot, isn't it? It's a thing that we're all doing to be safe and to take care of each other. So this might be a really nice way to show each person in your family how much you love them. Just like Jesus showed his friends how much he loved them by kneeling down and washing their feet. Thanks for listening to the story. Bye-bye.